Welcome, everybody, to another edition of NXT on Tap. As we are back from our break, the last couple of weeks I was not feeling too well, so we decided to hold off last week and come back for the new year, fresh, ready, all refreshed. How's everybody doing tonight? We got our main two folks, Ginger Jaxpo, and Phil. What's going on?
You just call me Ginger Nats.
I said Ginger. I
Guys?
went to go say Ginger Ninja Jax, and I combined them.
Well, welcome to the new year. We're fucking shit up already.
There you go.
I'm doing. As far as myself, I'm doing awesome, man.
And
Let's
what
get
a way to
into it.
start off the year. We got Al in the chat with the Dickosaurus Rexes. Love it. It was pretty close.
Agreed.
But all right. So, Travis, all I want is for Randy to get one more title run before he hangs up the boots and give me Dakota as WWE Women's Champion. Have Dakota beat Io at Mania. I know Phil won't like that answer, but it's right there. When Dakota returns, Triple H needs to pull the trigger on her.
So, okay, if he wants me to answer this, I know.
He said he wants your thoughts about it, and then I'm going to comment on it as well.
Okay, cool. So, as far as having Randy have one more like title run, having him be the person that defeats Roman, I'm not sure. It could happen. I don't know. Really, in my mind, if he's going to be the one to do it, but if he does, that's great. I'd rather. I mean, I don't know. I feel it might be crazy to say I'm kind of leaning more towards AJ Styles, but I feel like Randy would sort of be like, if you're really going to do it, you could do it with Randy. But, and then as far as his Dakota taking the title off of Io, I'm not on board with that, honestly. Just, it doesn't fully make sense. I can understand where he's coming from and like setting up possible scenarios, but personally, I just don't think it's in the cards. Just at least not for me.
All right. So, would I love Randy to get another title run within WWE? Absolutely. Is it happening while he's on SmackDown? Absolutely not.
Nope.
Not
happening.
Damn, Travis. Phil went on too for if Roman loses the title and it's on somebody else, then Randy has a better chance of winning that belt.
Yes.
I do think Randy will have one more title run in him, possibly two, to get him towards the magic number of 16. Because Cena has said that Randy Orton is one of the people that should break the title. He's the one that should break it. He has come out and said that before. If he did not get hurt and did not miss 18 months, I think it would have been a better chance at it. With Dakota Kai, I think the plans right now are for Bayley to win the Rumble and for Bayley to beat Io. And then from there on, I think we could see Dakota versus Bayley. And that's how Dakota might get her title shot and the championship. But I think right now, Bayley needs the belt more than anybody else and deserves the belt more than anybody else for everything she has done since 2020 with the pandemic to now.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see Bayley with it.
That's my opinion on it. Bayley was one of the superstars of the pandemic era.
Absolutely.
Her and Sasha, aka Mercedes, were the two top women. They were everywhere. They did everything. Commentary, everything. Just like on the men's side, you had Sheamus and Drew tearing down the house week in, week out. Seth Rollins, phenomenal on there. Like, there was so many different things that went on. And almost everybody has gotten their comeuppance from it. And
it's Bayley's turn.
It's now Bayley's turn, right.
Bayley deserves her comeuppance for it.
And what they've done with Damage Control lately has been amazing. And I cannot wait to see what happens when they turn on Bayley.
Yes, I'm waiting for it. I'm actually looking forward to it.
And I think it's going to happen at the Rumble.
I will let you know. I'll be there
when Bayley wins.
I'll be at the Rumble. Hey, Jax, don't worry. I'll be at the Rumble too.
It's gonna be.
I want to do some kind of meetup in the parking lot.
For real.
Travis just said.
Completely agree. I only voiced my opinion on Dakota for the simple fact that Dakota's my happiness, and I love seeing her every Friday. Phil knows how happy I get. Even if a run don't last long, I just want to see it one time. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it.
We all know you're obsessed with Dakota. It's okay.
No, like he told me like Dakota's the reason why he loves wrestling, and it's a big deal to him. He's going to SmackDown in April. Like I just don't know. He just for him. Dakota's his favorite. He's just his absolute favorite.
We all have our wrestlers like that. We all have our wrestlers like that.
He's just also excited. He's going to a SmackDown in April. He's got floor seats, and he
that's freaking awesome.
He wants that one moment. He wants to get that one moment.
I mean, my favorite wrestler all time is Sting. I just got to see him wrestle one last time at AEW World's End. I did not care what else happened at that pay-per-view. I just got to see him wrestle, and I was happy as a pig in shit.
I just like you to know that Saturday was extremely cold at my house because I'm pretty sure hell froze over because Scalz went to an AEW show.
It was my first AEW show.
Just throwing that out there.
It was my first AEW show was a pay-per-view, and it was the worst pay-per-view in AEW's history. So it's probably going to be my last AEW show.
Yo, say
you had one
my very first.
You know what they say? It's always about that first impression.
Yeah, honestly, same with me. My very first AEW event I ever went to was last year's Forbidden Door. I should say the 2022 Forbidden Door. Like when Claudio made his AEW debut, and I popped like crazy when it came out.
You got to go to a great show. Shadow went to Forbidden Door this year. He got to go to a great show.
I
go to World's End. I get the shit end of the stick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damien was successful. Do you think Damien will successful?
Before you're reading that question, she did ask, when do you think Damien will successfully cash in? She followed that up with, do you think Damien will successfully cash in on whoever wins the world title match at WrestleMania, whether it's Rollins or Punk? Okay. I don't think that match needs a belt. WWE fucked up last night not putting the belt on Drew. Drew should have had the belt, should have got his moment in front of the fans. Would have been a great moment in front of 12,000 people last night. I know it's not the WrestleMania moment that he would have had, anything else, but it would have been a great moment for him to win that belt last night.
I will say this, though. You don't
need Rollins versus Punk for the belt.
Yeah. I will say this. That match between McIntyre and Rollins, like, after Drew Claymored him and had him pinned, and then Rollins' foot was on the top rope, that was literally a flashback to a couple years ago when Neville, like back when it was Seth Rollins when Neville was still on the main roster, he pinned Seth in almost the exact same way, but his foot was on the rope, and Neville.
It was the exact same way. It was the exact same. It was the exact same thing.
It's either good in-ring awareness or just like what the fuck moments.
It was a what the fuck moment because Drew did it to himself.
Yeah. Drew
I do think that Damien will cash in. I do not think it will be successful.
No, there's too many hints of it not being successful. Every time he goes to cash in, someone fucks him.
Unless
awesome theory.
Unless it is on the last chance that he can do it. Like he has up until Money in the Bank to cash it in.
He has up until, isn't it the match of Money in the Bank to cash in?
I don't know if it's the match or if it's the day of. because it's for a full year. So he can cash in on the Monday Night Raw beforehand or the SmackDown beforehand. If he
Yeah.
still has the briefcase then, I could see him winning in a surprise move right before the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
If they do it at some point near Mania or Elimination Chamber, which is where I think it possibly could happen, because they want a big moment in a new place. It's being like a lot of people are saying it's like a mini WrestleMania because they're in 70,000 people. I could see him going to cash it in in Australia and failing.
That would suck.
The closer he gets to the year time frame, I think the better chance it is that he actually successfully does it.
Okay.
That's just my thoughts on it. I think if he was to do it now, between now and Mania, he's gonna ultimately fail. Anytime between then. After Mania, better success chance for him.
More of a viable option if he does it after.
Mm-hmm. Unless they would have done it last night. Drew loses, Damian cashes in afterwards. And then you have Drew take the belt off of Damian.
Yeah, because I can see that.
That's what they could have done. After Drew lost like that, you have Damian attack Seth, pin him, take the belt, and then you have Drew take Judgment Day out one by one until he gets to Damian. And that's your WrestleMania match, Drew versus Damian for the title.
Ooh.
That's what I would have done. But I don't write for the WWE.
No. We just come up with good storylines. I mean,
anybody else have any other questions for us? I actually like this Q&A session.
Q&A, baby.
Yeah. Did you guys watch World's End?
I did.
I
didn't like the ending. Thought it sucked. Every bit of it.
Honestly, to be honest, the TNT championship match, that was some WCW booking right there. Like, what the fuck?
I was, obviously, like I said, I was there. Match of the night.
The TNT title?
That was the match of the that was the absolute match of the night until fucking Vince Russo showed up and pulled that shit.
Again, I'm like, what in the WCW was going on?
That is exactly what I said. I said this was Vince Russo booking for WCW before the downfall of WCW.
Didn't you say it was like the finger poke of doom all over again?
No, this was with DDP. This was the whole thing with DDP.
Yeah. It was.
He won the belt and then lost it immediately. Right back to the same person. It did not make. I want to know what Christian has on Luchasaurus.
I mean,
this must be some fucking high-level blackmail bullshit to get him to hand over his championship match.
Really yeah, he's just trying to tell him, you're not really a dinosaur. God damn it.
Technically, he's a lizard.
He's a human Pokemon.
If we harp in his Lucha Underground days, he's a fucking lizard.
But I thought that was the match of the night. Hated the ending.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to what Jack said about the main event, I loved it because I wanted Samoa Joe to win.
I wanted Joe to win too.
And it does not make Max look weak.
No, it doesn't. It made Max look strong because he didn't tap. I just wish Joe would have had a little bit more of a celebration after winning the belt.
Well, that was the problem, is because they went right into the
devil shit with the devil.
And the way that his arm fell, people didn't think he actually was out because it landed on his leg. And the ref looked confused, and then the ref called for the bell. So that's what messed up. Is the ref looked like what should I do? Like, it didn't
It didn't
It didn't
technically
fall.
fall all the way.
Right. But then getting into the Devil storyline, I still think they screwed up by having it as Adam Cole.
I don't know though. Like, it made sense in the fact that the masked men were Roderick Strong, Wardlow, and the Kingdom, because Strong had this whole thing set up where I'm going to prove to you and everyone else that MJF is the devil. Like automatically just 100% hate train on MJF. Wardlow, kind of the same thing. He's just there because
he just wanted to hurt MJF by making him cost him his title.
Yes, yeah, the only reason I think Wardlow's
That's the only reason Wardlow was there.
What you could eliminate Wardlow, and those could have been the new version of the Kingdom.
I still think it really should have been Britt Baker as the devil.
That would have been like mind fuck.
This is my reasoning as to why. MJF was the one keeping Cole away from her. They were spending so much time together. They were being best friends. He's the reason Cole got hurt. Would it have not made sense for Britt Baker to get the Kingdom to do all this as a retaliation for what he's done towards Cole?
You could I don't know why. I can just see her taking the mask off. It's me, Maxwell, and you just hear, "Oh, son of a bitch."
It would have made more sense if she was the one doing this as payback for Adam Cole.
Honestly,
as opposed to Cole being the person just sitting in the ring after with his freaking still broken ankle.
Like honestly, like I could even though they're saying like right now, obviously, since Adam Cole pulled the devil mask out of his pocket, I feel like with what you just implied, he's holding up the mask to say that he's the devil right now, but then later on we find out Britt Baker's the one even pulling the string. Like she's the entire puppet master right now.
I think that would have made more sense than what they did.
Yeah, right now, I mean, they're saying Adam Cole's the devil, but like if they're making it look like that Adam Cole is making his statement right now saying he's the devil, I don't really believe it because he's just holding the mask. Britt, like he's just there to say, "Oh, look, you think it's obviously me," but I feel like Britt maybe out of nowhere like show up and just say like she's the one who orchestrated this hit.
Yeah.
Gigi Dolan fan said, "What's next for Blair Davenport?"
Oof.
Nikita Lyons.
Yeah,
that's where we're gonna go
on the wall.
I really would have liked Nikita to attack her tonight from behind. It would have added a little more character to Nikita, as opposed to being the honest person and wants to do everything the right way.
I don't want us to be a cookie cutter babyface.
Yeah, like it just. I think it would have been better for them to be like that. But yeah.
I'm still mad though with the pre-show that Danhausen was not the one winning that 20-man battle royale. Like he and Trent like eliminate Lance Archer, and then Trent just eliminates Danhausen. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
I thought Lance Archer was going to win that bitch.
When they started up the way that the Battle Royale did, and both Lance Archer and Luchasaurus were out on the outside, they were buried underneath all the tables and everything else, you knew it was going to be one of them two.
Yeah.
And I predicted that it would have been Luchasaurus based off of the storyline, that he would be the person to get the belt back for Christian after Adam won. And it would have come true had Christian not pulled whatever shit he pulled with Luchasaurus.
I mean, they're calling him
Picture of Luchasaurus fucking something.
Gigi Dolan fan. I would love to see Blair in the main roster and potentially joining Judgment Day. That's the route she's going for. I don't know if they need to have another woman in Judgment Day.
Rhea dominates all. Mommy's always on top. We don't need a sissy.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to touch base on before we head on over to Raid After Dark?
I think that's all I have.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. So, Phil, where can we find you?
Heel Queen, you know I'm not like that. I like Blair as much as you do, but I'm just saying they don't need a big sister. Mommy's got everything handled. Trust me. But anyway, for anybody else who's been watching the podcast and still wants to see this beautiful face doing more stuff, you can find me a lot on social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitch. You can obviously find me at the name you see right here for the future. I'm also doing projects with my good friends Too Sweet and QandA Coaster at Free Talk Wrestling. We are now independent, starting to run our own shows very soon. And yeah, that's all I've got to offer. So if I see you there, I'll see you there.
Jax?
You can find me anywhere and everywhere. Off the Top, Rivet City Radio, every Tuesday here on NXT on Tap. If you'd like to know more, follow me on Twitter at Jaxbo2020. Hit the little follow button.
So, for everybody that's still here, right below me on the bar scrolling, that is our merch shop. You can find their merch from Off the Top. You can find merch there from Sin City Wolf Sean. You can find merch there from Spots and Chair Shots. New revamped merch site. Go check it out. Make sure to order some stuff. Support us. Help us keep continuing to grow. I am Scalz. You can find me here on Off the Top on both Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays with NXT on Tap. Fridays with Friday Night Review. And then on Saturdays with Ringside Chatter. The links are for Twitch and YouTube, Off the Top Media, and then Off the Top Media _ for TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. I hope everybody has a great night. Stay tuned as we go over and raid Rivet City Radio as they are covering Vince McMahon tonight on their After Dark episode. Hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll catch y'all soon. I don't know why it's not reading.
Oh, it went.
It went?
Yeah, it went.